Oh, hi, hello. I am Beatriz Brooks. I am an ordinand in the Diocese of Salisbury, and I am studying to become a deacon next year in June. When I think to arrive, often sounds like a goal, something you achieve through effort or ambition. You could say, well, I arrived here because I wanted to, or because I can. But for many of us, arriving is not a matter of choice. It is the outcome of pain, loss and displacement. Sometimes you arrive because staying is no longer possible. Because you are becoming unsafe, the place where you are, not just physically, but also emotionally, psychological, or even spiritually. Well, I was born in Chile, a country where the word trauma is not theoretical, it is lived, embodied, passed down. I grew up during the military dictatorship of Augusto Pinochet, a regime defined by violence, repression, and fear. Political dissent was criminalized. People disappeared, institutions were weaponized against their own citizens. Even after the regime ended, the wound remained. Chile never fully healed. The society I live was profoundly polarized, something that we see today in many nations. Class divisions were sharp and cruel. A person's worth was often measured by their economic status, their accent, or their neighborhood they came from. It created a system where many people were devalued, where dignity was not a given but something you had to fight for. That environment of inequality, silence, and fear was its own form of violence. Layer on top of that collective trauma was my personal experience of sexual assault, an event that shook the foundation of my being. After that, I knew I couldn't stay. I needed to move, not just across borders, but toward healing, toward safety, toward the chance to live a full life. I immigrated to England. There I met my husband and became a mother of two beautiful boys. For the first time in a long while, life began to hold meaning again. But healing is not a destination, it is a process. And movement doesn't end once you cross a border. Now, belonging, I think that perhaps is the most difficult word of all. It's something we all need, yet so often few of us feel that way. For me, belonging has often felt like trying to hold water in my hands. Precious, life-giving, but impossible to contain. You try to grasp it, but it slips through. You drink it quickly, hoping it will be enough. But soon you are thirsty again. So for a long time I searched for belonging in people, in roles, in places. But I have come to understand that true belonging comes when you are seen, valued, and loved. Not for what you produce or what you have survived, but for who you are. It is a justice issue. Belonging should not be a privilege. It is a human right. For me personally, I found that deeper sense of belonging in my faith, in the love and presence of Jesus Christ. I found not just comfort, but dignity, a sense of being held fully and without conditions. With that, I could begin to heal. With that, I could finally arrive, not just in a country, but in my own life. So yes, I have moved, I have migrated, not just geographically. I have moved through trauma, through systems that devalue people, through silence and fear, and I keep moving toward healing, toward justice, toward community. And with each step, I move closer to what it means to truly belong.